WWE 2K25, right now it is looking like one of the best wrestling games, at least for the rollout so far. It is looking so good. The changes, the additions are great. But one thing that I want to speak on is the initial trailer that we received. There were so many goodies and things hidden in that trailer that we missed from the first impression. I wanted to go on ahead and break it down one last time, get some details that you guys might have missed. So let's go on ahead and get into it. The first detail that I wanted to mention is Solo Sikoa. Aside from him having a new model, you guys see that his body is swelled up. You see the marks, you see everything. And this is something that I just spoke about a couple videos ago when I wanted some changes in the game. This right here is amazing. I'm so glad that they did this. Now, when you see chops and things like that, you're gonna see those body parts start to swell up, get a little bit red. So I think that this is such a good addition, a good detail into the game because it's realism. These guys, they come out looking crazy out of matches sometimes, and I think that the game having stuff like this is just going to support the game further and add some authenticity to the game as well. I am really excited to see what that could possibly mean once we get into crazier matches. Could we just see a bunch of blood going around with just swell ups everywhere around the body? I'm really excited to see what that could look like when it comes down to it. My next detail, which you guys may be disappointed about, is the fact that the commentary team is still Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Saxton. And Saxton hasn't been commentating for a while now. I am kind of disappointed in that. I was hoping that we were going to get a couple different commentary teams. We got Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett over on SmackDown, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee over on Raw. And I know that, that could have been easily Corey Graves instead of Pat McAfee because Corey Graves was the latest while WWE 2K25 was still being developed, but this team is so outdated, man. I'm hoping that it's something that is fixed in the future. Right now though, this is a tough pill to swallow, especially for those commentary people that enjoy listening to the game. Again, it's just gonna feel very generic and repetitive when listening to it. I know that they'll have some new lines and stuff most likely, but again, I really wish that 2K went the full way with getting the commentators in there, man. These people are the voice of WWE every week. I would love my game to have some authenticity when it comes down to that. So I don't know, just wanted to point that out. Maybe a small detail to some, bigger detail to some, but nonetheless, it is something that we should keep an eye out on. It's something that I personally wasn't looking at when I first saw the gameplay trailer. In WWE 2K25's trailer, they definitely showed some showcase teasers, things like that, because that's what the trailer really seemed to be about. Now, if you see here in this screenshot, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, you see that Solo Sikoa is standing in the ring by Roman, who's getting crossroads. Now, this can mean that Solo Sikoa turns on Roman here in this match with their what if moments, because if you guys missed it, showcase is actually going to be a mode where there's different scripts, flipping the script, what if modes, things like that. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. I think that this is going to be such a good mode, and Slingshot is gone. If you guys did not watch my last video, yes, Slingshot is gone. That's a detail you guys cannot miss. This is something big. This is huge. So I am looking forward to seeing what this could mean. What are they going to do? But if there's a bunch of what if moments and it's going to get acted out in game, I am so stoked to see what that could look like, once we get our hands on it. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out on. But just wanted to point out this small detail where we could be getting a what if moment if Solo Sikoa was the one that turned on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. So I think that's pretty cool based on what we see here. Let's go on ahead and get into the next one. So at the beginning of the trailer, they showed the underground match. And yes, I know that a lot of people missed it. I know a lot of people actually saw it. I was one of the people that initially missed it. But one detail that I wanted to point out was a lot of people was worried about how many wrestlers are we going to have around the ring. And here on my end, it looks like there's 11 people around the ring. And I think that that's pretty cool. I wish that it could be more. I wish it could be 15 to 20, but they are expanding the limitations. And with that being said, I do think the underground match may be one of the matches that's actually only current gen, simply because of the amount of wrestlers that's going to be around the ring. They always made it a big deal, a big point that 8 players to 10 should be the max. So this is actually a pretty big deal. You're going to get 11 people around plus 2 people in the ring for the underground match. So definitely something to keep an eye out on. Another detail I want to mention is that the Prime logo is in the game for WrestleMania 40. So they're going all the way with this one. We didn't get the Prime logo in WWE 2K24, but we did get the Prime logo in WWE 2K25. And I think that that is pretty cool. Again, more authenticity, more, just realism to the game. So I'm not mad at it. I really don't care personally, but I definitely think that it's a cool little detail to see in the ring. We've never gotten any ads in the ring ring. This is going to be the first year where we see these ads, so that is going to be interesting to see, you know, in the game. And with that being said, there's actually a prime battle now for WWE 2K25, I believe for SmackDown. You see the prime battle in the back. I'm sure that they're going to make it somehow, some way interactive. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out on as well for those that, you know, like playing with different weapons and things like that. So I am excited to see, you know, what you can do outside the ring. There was a detail teased that, you know, the more you slam somebody into, you know, the electric barricade, the screen will actually start breaking, just like AEW Fight Forever. And I think that is amazing. That is a detail, you know, that we really needed in this game, and I've been advocating for a long time, and I'm so glad we're gonna get that in the game. AEW Fight Forever, man, it feels like it was literally just a bunch of ideas for WWE 2K to go on ahead and snatch. And again, I'm not mad at it, because I feel like they're doing things with these ideas that really make them matter, because those ideas were great by the AEW Fight Forever team. The game just wasn't executed properly. So I'm glad that the 2K team is taking these ideas and trying to execute everything properly. I think it's a huge deal, and at this point we're not really missing much. I mean, they're adding barricade, you know, flying moves and all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And AEW Fight Forever, what it really had with the gameplay was fun stuff like that. You know, aside from the gameplay engine being solid, it was things like that that you were able to do outside the ring. And WWE seems to be taking that just a step further, with bras being, you know, 10 players now. It's just a crazy time for WWE 2K games, and it's definitely something to keep an eye out on. So I'm definitely excited to see what can happen with that. But in the island, there is a Hall of Fame arena, it looks like. Not sure what that could be for. Details wasn't really explained. There was really no context to this, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out on. So I definitely think that that's cool. The island is going to be a really, you know, cool addition to the game, in my opinion. I am excited to see what can happen. A lot more replayability and things like that will come out of that mode. So it is definitely something that we should look out for, because yeah, man, I think we got a treat with the island, and I'm glad that they're thinking outside the box. So just two details that I disliked before we get out of here is that the championship still look like plastic. The WWE championship still looks bronze instead of gold. So to me, I feel like the belts need more detail. Call of Duty seemed to knock that out the park on the first try, and I really would love to see, you know, the 2K team get that correctly for, you know, for a while now. You know, it's been a couple years, the belts just don't look great, and I'm hoping that that's something that can be updated. And the last detail that I did not appreciate are that stances are back, and that's one thing that I really didn't like. I saw it in the trailer, CM Punk just waiting to take a hit, you know, looking like he's about to fight somebody in a UFC game. Again, man, it's a small detail, but I am disappointed that that's back, and the championships still look like that. There are some championships that look great, just like the Rocks in this screenshot, but we want to see these belts really imitate what the real life belts look like. So just my 2 cents, man. I want to go on ahead, throw out this video for y'all, more details, more information, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.